But as you can see, Ju just really wants to get this wave into an okay position. The exhaust goes down, and this is what I was saying. Ju, no ghost. Will need to flash. It was a decent flash direction, but he's still going to be in range of those scissors, and it's a solo kill for Doran.
And Faker and Ona say, you know what? We'll take a free kill.
Yeah, they're going to look for it as Gideon wants to come on over, but unfortunately the monkey is a little too late, so he will slink back into the jungle. Faker coming on over here as Gideon does smite, even though it was on 48 health. There's the exhaust down onto Calyx. Cyclone comes on through though as Doran. I know you're really strong, but you're not quite 1v3 strong. Sneaky Monkey comes out of the brush, and they are all inside the circle. Gwen is not immune, and sometimes...
Faker gonna apply some pressure here. Should be able to get this plate. And that's... Oh, they actually might find him.
Yeah, Lehens is coming down here as Faker can just walk into the Realm Warp, but he was right on top of Lehens. Lehens finds the ulti there as well, buys time for Gio to make his way back, and Faker ain't flashing out of that one because Lehens was already over the wall, and Gio grabs himself his first kill of the game.
Yeah, oh, Doran looking for Gio.
Oh, he cancelled it. As of course I think Doran probably would have been able to, and Gio is well and truly dead yet again. Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Owner taking a lot of damage here. Lehens trying to hold on, but Carrier just knocks Kingen up into the sky. Heroic Charge comes down, and Doran threads the needle as best he can. With Kingen trying to get something off the back end, but he's not going to be able to do so. Now Lehens is in an awkward spot. Does get a max range dredge line. I don't know whether this will be getting him to safety, and it doesn't. In fact, as once more, Gio going to be able to find a really nice spell shield. Faker having to get himself out of the way here. And the flash follow comes through from Gideon incredibly well.
Yeah, he is, you know.
Like, actually, he is doing incredibly well.
Oh.
Kingen having a little bit of a rough time here as the equalizer will go down just to clear out the wave, but my goodness, that's what it feels like to be hit as Keeper's Verdict gets rid of the monkey, and now there is just nothing that Nongshim can really do. The equalizer comes on through, that is going to be the smite. Locked down, beautifully done here by T1 as there is the knock up onto Doran. Flash out from Lehens, but the needles are going to follow him. Now Calyx looking for his way forward. Does manage to get the charm onto Calyx here as the Realm Warp trying to get T1 out. Carrier dives forward, wants to just buy some space and he'll get it. Calyx though, throws out the charm, gets some flashes, but not too much more. Faker and Gumayusi having to use those summoners to get out, but
they're never getting it back.
Well, that is going to be the Cyclone connecting onto Carrier, but the anchor does not land. Second Cyclone is going to be enough to put down the Poppy. As now Calyx going forward will get knocked up by the Flag and Drag, but Gumayusi is in no man's land. He's just dead. And Nongshim getting 2 quick kills. Doran now dashing around here looking for Kingen. Kingen trying to keep him interested so that Gio can come over and get even more. Yep, Faker seeing what he can do here. Hook is going to connect there as they're looking to distract Ona. The Cataclysm comes on through. Down he goes. And that is going to mean the Baron goes over to Nongshim as well. And I thought giving up that Drake wasn't going to work, but with the pick, oh my God. Oh, no. Spotting him out as he's going to try and go for the empowered recall. As Doran will take a bit of damage, but in the meantime, it's just Kingen dead. Yeah, zoning.
Oh, Faker has Realm Warp. Should be able to get out.
Well, Lens knows exactly where he Realm Warps to by the looks of things, as he did manage to find it last time around, as now he's boosted on over. Does have the Cinders. Depth Charge going to be able to knock him up, and then he picks him up with the Anchor. Another Cyclone is going to deliver Faker another death here, as 0-3-0 is unfortunately going to be on that scorecard, as Gio is just being bait right now, as Calyx, he's going to take it. The Chains of Corruption come down. It's a very early Zhonya's as Faker does get hooked, but maybe it's an overextension this time for Lehens. Doran goes in. I don't know about that as the Keeper's Verdict will knock the monkey away, and down goes the Sivir. T1 find their prize, and down goes Nongshim. Gideon just had to watch, and that is 3,500 kills for Faker.
He finds it now, Realm Warping the minions. Looks like they're going to try for the end on the back of that fight. T1, give them an inch, and they'll take a mile. It's only Gideon up to see if he can try and defend 1v5.
Yep, Gumayusi going to be tanking that turret, keeps these minions alive, and T1 continuing to push. I mean, it's a little bit dicey. Lehens is up in 2 seconds, but him and Lehens, I don't even know whether they're going to be able to stop this. First Nexus turret does go down. The second one is going to evaporate. There is so much damage. Gideon goes down. Lehens cannot stop it. And there goes the game in the blink of an eye. T1 just say, nah, we win these. Kingen going to be running away from both. See, like we knew. This was just going to happen, right? Doran's going to flash in. There's a solo kill.
Yeah, I just, you know...
Oh, Vega could be in a little bit of trouble here as Kingen looking to charge that ulti. Dissonance going to slow him down, though, as the shockwave comes in. Calyx might need to just... Yeah, okay, no, instead doesn't actually elect to use the ultimate, but Faker is now in trouble. The Colossal Smash comes down. Command Protect is going to be there, but another round of spells should be coming. He has Flash, but he doesn't actually use it.
Upside.
Oh. Doran going in against Jiu and Lehens. Another public execution, another possibly dead Jiu here as he does get the Piercing Darkness, keeps himself alive. The Dawning Shadow as the last turret shot comes in, but there are even more bullets on this map, and the curtains have been called on Jiu's life once again. He almost got his revenge, but he just doesn't quite manage to nail it as Calyx not going to be dying just yet either, as Gideon coming on over, gets the flash on in. Heroic entrance, Faker going to get knocked up and probably taken down here as he has no flash and no chance to get out. Gideon will get his first here of the game. His Bone Tooth necklace.
Yeah.
That was my favorite stacking. As Calyx, this is his least favorite moment. Never mind! He's going to turn it around. The Dawning Shadow comes in. Carrier trying to keep Faker alive as the magical journey is unable to be taken.
And I think Nongshim agree. Moving over now.
Yep. The Catfish does not approve, and there is the flash in from Gideon. Actually, no, it was just a dash in from Gideon, meaning that it's a bit of information overload. There is the Paranoia, though. And Jiu, this time going to be able to move over to his teammates. Devour comes through from Lehens this time, and that will keep him alive. The flash out as Gideon looks for that reset. There is the tongue lash, and down goes the Nocturne. Feats of Warfare alongside it. In unison here between our top laners as Gideon finds Carrier, but Owner is lying in wait. There is the combo as Lehens can just gobble up the Viego. Gumushi coming on over. Dawning Shadow comes in. The shield is there, and this Tahm Kench is so tanky. Down goes the Viego, though. And the Tahm Kench is just on a silver platter, surrounded by T1 members. And that was not the fight Nongshim were looking for that time, as Kingen had teleported in, and now he is likely to just get sent home in a body bag. Not quite able to flash out of the way. Just maybe they thought that Galio might sometimes be involved. As Kingen has found Owner, he goes all out actually, as Faker will turn up. Kingen will get shockwaved as well, as now he's just possibly in trouble, but he'll get healed up by the Piercing Darkness. Carrier comes over. There is the Tempered Fate. Will connect onto Kingen as he eats a lot of the CC. Redemption going to be doing a fair bit of damage as well, as Owner is sped up by the Dissonance. Man, didn't know that was part of the combo, as they are going to be able to get the stun. There is the public execution as well, and it's Doran that uses that as a way to taxi over to Jiu, who will get shielded up. That is everything that Nongshim had just to keep 3 members alive. Curtain's getting cold here, as you can see Gumushi fishing for it. Lehens will get stopped on the back, being able to actually do anything that they really needed to do, you know? As, all right, Paranoia has been popped here as it's another fight. Doran taking a little bit of damage. The redemption down here for T1 just to try and keep them alive as Kingen is dead. But Nongshim, not quite...
You didn't need to do that.
Here from Doran, the answering teleport is going to result as Calyx can make his way down. There's the Paranoia. Dawning Shadow doing decent damage, actually, as now the Galio comes in. It's a one-man taunt, but it's onto Gumushi as they do manage to take the Otacon, and the magical journey brings them all out. Follow that! Do never follow that! Instead, it's a heroic play from Lehens that gets over the wall, and it is going to be Carrier that goes down. Abyssal dive here as Lehens. He's like, man, do I have to do everything myself? And the answer is absolutely, and another public execution there for Doran.
Oh no.
Well, Lehens gets a little bit scared, looks to try and dive away. Heroic entrance is going to be there this time, as my god, he survives for so long. Owner is probably dead here, as he looks for a target to try and taxi his way out of the way of, and there is a flash over. Paranoia on top of the Cassante to try and get himself out, but that is not going to work for Doran. Okay, well, they are probably just going to kill him as well, as he cannot publicly execute himself out of that one, and Gideon going to be able to lock down the kill. Doran really has had a little bit of a vacation moment.
Have to press Q a lot. Oh,
Baker is just going to get ulted on here as Gideon comes over, flashes out of the shockwave. There's the Paranoia, and the stun comes in, but down goes Gideon, and Faker, he's just baited them all in. Let's see whether Gio can make this one happen, but he has to sidestep the Tempered Fate. Owner is still chasing. Faker is still alive. The Dawning Shadow's not enough as finally the Galio will be able to secure the kill, but Nongshim have well and truly overextended at this point in time. And how many times does Faker have to do this for people to learn that you should not try to chase this man?
Fall apart, T1 gonna get the Baron. Oh, Calix.
He just kind of walks at them. He's been doing this all game, and it's impressive, the bravery.
You know what? That's solidarity.
Yeah,
He'll die with his team.
he will. He did.
He did do that.
We've got T1 going down relatively low, but they will be able to secure this Baron. If Doran dies to it, that would be very funny.
That would be very funny.
But it doesn't actually happen.
You know why?
Few bullets, the last one in the chamber here, as we can see, as he does cleanse. That is a cooldown that they do need to be wary of, but the curtains are going to get called here. And down goes this inhibitor turret. There's the shockwave combo. They find it. The bullet's going to ring true as well. Deadly flourish. My God, Gumiushi. Do not give this man the Jhin or the Varus, and they did both in this series. As Kingan's going to go down, and once again, you might blink and miss it, as T1 will just close out this game number 2. And my goodness, what a week for this team, taking down Gen G, going from strength to strength here with a swift 2-0 over Nongshim, feeling like they're back here in round 3.